is that we're not getting healthier. Why is that?
Harming patients by the hundreds in order to bilk the healthcare system out of millions.
Dr. Feelgood and says she overprescribed Xanax, methadone, and other drugs to patients, 3 of whom died. All were young men believed to be healthy. It's rare that a doctor is charged with murder in such cases. The state will have to prove that Dr. Tseng knew there was no legitimate need for the drugs, but prescribed them anyway.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel here. It's me here, it's Comrade Lavender here, and today I am back with another true crime case video. So today I'm doing the true crime case of Dr. Lisa Tseng, aka Dr. Feelgood, that she went by. Money-hungry big pharma doctor overprescribing drugs for capitalism profits. So let's get started into this true crime video. So this true crime case has been seen in a number of media and TV, such as it was seen in the TV series show on Oxygen called License to Kill. So let's get started into the events behind this case leading up to her being convicted. So when she started her career, Dr. Lisa treated a normal range of patients in her homeopathic advanced care AAA medical clinic, but as soon as her practice grew, the majority of her visits were from younger white men who were seeking prescription drugs, often associated with opioid addictions and recreation use. One of her victims was growing up in Southern California. Matthew Straven had dreams of becoming a professional motocross racer. Like many of the other extreme sports that athletes do, he ended up suffering a magnitude of serious injuries, the first of which occurred when he was just 13 years old, and from there a downward spiral began. As a result, Matthew was prescribed medication for pain. Like his mother, his mother, Kel Straven, became worried that he would be developing a painkiller addiction and being dependent on pills because addiction ran in their family. She ended up being right. The male doctor was upset. He recognized that my son had a painkiller addiction. He said that Matthew always wanted more and more pain medication and medicine, which is one of the signs of a painkiller addiction, 100%. Matthew's dependency on painkillers progressed as the years went on. He later entered a rehabilitation program. After that, things started to seemingly look up. He seemingly started doing quite well for himself. But after that, unfortunately, he relapsed really hard. And on the morning of the 16th, Kel woke up to find her son deceased behind his locked bathroom door. He was lying on the floor in the fetal position, surrounded by pain medications and pills. His mother was quoted in saying, "I had no idea where he got those pills from. I thought he got them off the street." Well, later we all found out that he saw a doctor in the area that was like a couple hundred miles away. A doctor that would later be known as the Dr. Feelgood. The doctor in question was Lisa Tseng, who prescribed Matthew a deadly combination of oxycodone, Simona, and Xanax less than 36 hours before his overdose and death. An investigation had already begun before this due to whistleblower pharmacists in the area. After several pharmacists and people reported concerns about her, the doctor, because she was prescribing massive amounts of pain medications and different, filling different prescriptions for high volume, potent narcotics that the victims seemingly did not need. Speaking with their patients, authorities learned that 95% of the people they spoke to had gone to the doctor's office in search of drugs because they heard it was just easy to get pain medications because the doctor did not require a medical verification such as x-rays, urine tests, or blood tests. Any type of screenings, they would just basically walk in, ask for pain medication, and the doctor, the drug-dealing doctor, basically a drug dealer, the doctor would basically prescribe, write down, prescribe the drugs, while Big Pharma is a drug cartel and would fill that prescription. He also discovered that the drug she prescribed in the highest volume was oxycodone, which is a highly addictive, basically heroin in pill form. Dr. Lisa was a orthopathic doctor, not a pain management specialist whose focus on holistic healing. So it was really strange and suspicious that she's treating people with hard drugs if she's a holistic doctor. Starting in April 2008, authorities sent 10 undercover investigators to doctor's office over the span of 6 months. In the area, the covert agents asked her for prescription pain medication and drugs, and during each meeting, Dr. Lisa failed to conduct a thorough exam or full review of the patient's history or medical history. She would just give them the drugs and write it down and prescribe them. As the agents continued their investigation, more and more patients continued to seek out medications at the doctor's clinic and her office, and putting more lives at stake and more lives at risk. One of them was Joey Rizzo, a Arizona State University senior, who died in December 2009 after overdosing on Xanax and oxycodone. He had 90 pills of muscle relaxant, he had 90 pills of oxycodone, and 30 pills of Xanax, 2 milligram strength, which is the strongest Xanax you can get. With enough evidence for a search warrant, authorities raided Lisa's doctor's office medical clinic in August 2010 and obtained various medical records through the office computers. Investigators ended up finding Kim's computer or files in her office. At least 14 people in her own notes that she had written down had overdosed and died. She knew she was harming people on the daily basis, but didn't really seem to care because she really only cared about capitalist profits and herself. Investigators were able to track at least 6.6 million coming in from the practice and showed that the doctor, Lisa, was making more than $2,000 a day in cash. Apart from a copay, it's odd that a medical clinic would also be generating so much profits and cash off the books. So it was clear that the type of business became so lucrative she could no longer spend time doing medicine. She was trained to practice because it was more profitable for her to practice drug dealing. To prove that the young man's death were attributed to doctors or prescribing medication, investigators sat down with the coroner's office, which revealed that she had routinely prescribed muscle relaxants, narcotics, and anti-anxiety medications together, which is really dangerous. Authorities discovered that Matthew, Joey, and at least 10 other patients had been prescribed this drug cocktail before the deaths. The doctor, Lisa, repeatedly been informed by the coroner's office of their overdoses. She didn't seem to care once again. And in March 2012, the Los Angeles County District Attorney's Office filed these 3 counts of second-degree murder for the deaths. She was taken to court, and she was later sentenced to 30 years in prison because of her lack of remorse. So if you guys like this video, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Bye guys, see you next video.